100,000 subscribers, guys, saying it out loud. It doesn't even feel real, but we friggin' did it. Today, I want to celebrate with you all, and I want to talk through how we were able to build a YouTube channel and hit 100,000 subscribers using just my iPhone. Meaning, if I can do this, anyone can friggin' do this. Stick around. What is up, internet? Retro here in a very different type video for today. So I've been waiting a long time to make this video, and I can't believe we are actually sitting here making this video. So here recently, the channel just hit 100,000 subscribers. Saying it out loud is even crazy. I cannot believe it, but here we are. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and the support with the channel. Without you guys, this would not be possible. Thank you guys so much. So basically what I want to do in this video today is two things. I want to celebrate with you guys just where the channel has come, how it started, and then also I want to basically encourage anybody out there that is thinking about starting a YouTube channel and you just don't know where to start. Well, as you guys saw in the title, I have been able to somehow build this YouTube channel using just my phone. So basically what I want to do is kind of walk through my process of how I've been able to build the channel using just the resources that I have. Because I think a lot of people always think I don't have this fancy camera, I don't have the resources to make it happen. I assure you, if I can do it, anybody out there can do this. I promise you. Just my cell phone. So again, we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But first off, thank you. Thank you guys for all of the support. I started this channel almost 3 years ago. I think the channel hit 100,000 subscribers at 2.5 years. 2.5 years is kind of when we hit that mark, but never in a million years would I think we would be where we're at right now. So I started this channel in March of 2019. So in a trailer, I'm supposed to tell you what this channel is all about. But as you can see behind me, you probably have a pretty good idea of what I may be covering. And I didn't even really know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I am learning a ton along the way. So if you are unfamiliar with the channel, kind of how I started, why I started, I have always loved retro video games and toys, the things from my past, but I never thought about making like YouTube videos on it. Basically, one day, this is probably 5-6 years ago, I was on YouTube, literally just watching like funny videos. Like that's what I thought YouTube was like the Harry Potter little YouTube short with the puppets, and then, you know, old Greg, you know, all of the classic YouTube videos from back in the day. I thought that's what it was. It was just funny videos, right? And then one day I got on here and I started to think about, I wonder if anybody does or goes game hunting. So basically, again, if you're new to the channel, I have built this collection behind me, toys, the video games, the collectibles, purely by hunting and collecting. So that's how I've always got my games. It's just how I've always done it. Since I was like 12 years old, I've always went to yard sales, flea markets, and different places like that. I have picked up games that I wanted, and I flipped the other ones to kind of recoup my money, and that's just how I've always done it. Well, one day, I'm on YouTube, and I just get the idea. I'm like, I wonder if anybody else game hunts. I wonder if that's a thing. I didn't think it was a thing because everybody thinks I'm weird because I'm always out there trying to find games and trying to find toys, and I thought, there's no way that anybody else does this. Well, I type in game hunting, and this channel pops up called Retro Liberty. Now, this channel is now Pixel Game Squad. This was their first channel. But Retro Liberty consisted of these guys, Ricky and Aaron, that went out to swap meets, flea markets, places like that to hunt for video games. And I started watching these guys and I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I do. I cannot believe there are other people out there that do this. I could not believe it. So I went through their channel pretty quick, watched all of their videos, and then from there was just kind of like the rabbit hole of YouTube. I started watching guys like CJR, Reen Bean, Tatted Collector. These were kind of like the pioneers of what I do, like game hunting and collectible hunting and things like that. And I was like, I love this, right? I went from just watching YouTube as like, you know, the funny videos to like, this is basically what I watch now. I loved it so much. So fast forward about a year or so later, 2 years maybe, I really get into collecting a lot, you know, and do because of these channels kind of like helped kind of push that hobby along for me. I didn't feel alone, right? I didn't feel alone in collecting. And I started to amass a pretty decent collection. Never did I think again doing YouTube or anything like that. But then one day I kind of have my collection, and a buddy of mine, his name is Tyler. He has a couple different channels on YouTube. His biggest one is called Tarver Academy, where he basically does a lot of like math videos. He's a dean of a college, and then he also is a teacher, and he does a bunch of different things. But basically, he has this YouTube channel where he makes a lot of things that might seem not as exciting. He makes them exciting because of his charisma, the way he is. He's just like a very energetic kind of guy. So he came over one day, and I think we're about to go eat lunch or something, and he wanted to see the game room. He had never seen it before. We come up here, and I show him the game room, and he's like, "Are you on YouTube?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not on YouTube. I've never even thought about that." He's like, "Dude, you should be on YouTube. Like, you already have your backdrop. I think people would be interested." And I just kind of thought, everybody does YouTube. Like, at this point, why should I do it as well? But then he really kind of pushed me into it. I was overwhelmed by the whole idea. I'm like an old soul when it comes to like technology and trying new things. I don't like to do it, guys. I like to stick to what I know, and the thought of making videos was super overwhelming to me. I've never made a video ever in my life until I started the YouTube channel just almost 3 years ago. So I was super overwhelmed, but with a little bit of like coaxing and talking me into it, I was like, okay, maybe I'll give this a shot. So from there, I started an Instagram page. That's kind of where I started. I was like, let me just get my feet wet and just try some pictures and just try some like Instagram stories. Those are really easy. And I started to do that. And within a couple months, I had quite a few people that were following my Instagram page. I think after my first like 6 months or so, I had like 15,000 followers, which was crazy. Never thought that would happen either. But from there, about 7 months later, I started the YouTube channel in March of 2019. I didn't really know, again, I didn't know what I was doing, still don't know what I'm doing, but I was all over the place with what I was creating. I was doing a lot of like 10 things you didn't know about movies. I was talking about, you know, old Nickelodeon things, which is all great, but I didn't really have like a real good footing to what I wanted to kind of make content on, other than just kind of retro nostalgia and stuff. So yeah, started to do that for the first year. And for the first year, guys, my channel really didn't grow like crazy. I think I had a couple thousand subscribers by the end of the first year, which was still great. I know a lot of amazing channels that have never hit 1,000 subscribers in 5-6 years of making content, and they should have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. YouTube is just hard with some of the algorithm stuff, and if you don't hit, you know, the right time and make videos at the right time or hit the right audience, generally, sometimes your YouTube channel can maybe never take off. But I think if you do a couple things right, I think it definitely can. So that's kind of like the short story of how I started the channel, why I started the channel, and then here we are now, almost 3 years in, and we are close to, at the filming of this, I think 110,000 subscribers. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for sticking it out through. A lot of my first videos are super cringe, very unnatural. I just was not very good in front of the camera. I'm still not, but like I wasn't comfortable. That's probably the best word. And that is actually one of the tips I want to share with you guys, is just being comfortable. But yeah, I look at some of those old videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm telling you, if I can do this, anybody can do this. But I do want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. If it was not for all of you, I would not be making videos. Like I think it's crazy when people say, I just make videos, and if nobody watches, I don't care. I don't believe that, man. If you put in time, like before, whenever I was editing everything, it was taking me 12, 14 hours to make a video. I guarantee you, if you put 12 hours of your time every week making videos and nobody watches them, I don't know if you're gonna make videos. I'm just being honest. I have a ton of other things I could be doing. I have a family, I have a job, I have hobbies. I could be doing anything else rather than making videos that zero views on a video. So you make things, you make these videos, you make content for people to watch, and to enjoy. And if again you say that you're not, I don't know if you're being 100% transparent, but I do want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys so much for 100,000. I don't even think I've shown this yet. Here it is. Here it is. It's a little plaque. It's been in my closet, just sitting there. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this up, guys. This doesn't mean a whole lot to me. More than anything, the people watching means a lot to me. The friendships that I've made means a ton to me. So I guess at some point I'll probably put it up over here or something. I don't really care about this, to be honest, but it is really cool to get. But I do wanna jump into some just like encouragement, some practical tips on how you can start a YouTube channel. I get people all the time that reach out and they're like, man, I would love some help with my channel. Again, I'm putting a lot of time into it and I would love to see it do well. So I'm gonna give you just a couple tips and things that I've learned along the way with starting my channel. The first thing is just real practical. I film everything with my phone. I can't even show you my phone right now because I'm filming with my phone right now. I think when you first start something like YouTube, you think, I have to have everything. I have to have the right camera. I have to have the biggest and the best stuff. I say, start with what you have. So everybody has a phone at this point. Everybody has a smartphone. I have an iPhone. Android phones are awesome too. The cameras on these phones are incredible nowadays. So I don't know the saying. It's something like the old camera saying, like the best camera you have is the one on you. I think is what I've heard before. And it's true. It's true. Like you have a phone, you can make YouTube videos. I promise you, every single video I have ever made, everything you see on the channel is shot using my iPhone, and then from my iPhone, I shoot it over to my computer. So I have a MacBook that I use to edit on, but my MacBook is just my work laptop. Like I don't have any money into it other than that's the one I use every day for my work. So you can also use your phone to edit. I know my buddy Narc, Not Another Retro Channel, for years, I don't know, I think he may still edit his videos with his phone. Like seriously, he uses his phone and he makes great videos. So you can use just a phone and you can make amazing YouTube videos. Other than that, guys, I have a couple soft boxes, light boxes that I use that are like 25 bucks on Amazon. You don't even need those, but they do look, or they make your videos look just a little bit better. But I'm telling you, use what you have just around you. Another tip is just to start making videos. Now, I remember when I first started, I had to have everything perfect. It drove my wife nuts. I was like, turn the AC off. It's making too much noise. I need to make sure that this is right and every single thing in the game room is perfect. If like the game back there messed up, I would like redo the video. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, don't do that. Just film videos. Just make videos, and that is the only way, I promise you, that you will start to feel more natural on camera. You'll start to feel more comfortable, is just to make videos. Again, when I first started, I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted the perfect video to be made at the very beginning. That's just not the reality. With every video you make, with everything that you create, it gets better. It gets better. I always say like the 1% rule. I want my videos to get 1% better with every single video. And then you move a year, down the road, your videos are gonna get so much better, so much more crisp and narrowed focus, and just like, it's gonna be a better overall product if you just, with each video, try to get just a little bit better. Another tip is to make sure that you are passionate about what you are creating. Now, I absolutely love nostalgia. 80s and 90s collectibles, toys, the stuff I grew up with. I love it. But even though I love it, I didn't even come off very passionate when I first started my YouTube videos. I look back and they are so cringe. I look like I hate video games. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, and then here's Donkey Kong Returns. It's a pretty cool game. I like it a lot. I'm like, what? Why am I not excited? Am I not excited about what I'm talking about? So I truly believe if you want there to be longevity in your channel, you have to be passionate about what you are talking about. Again, it comes off more natural and more comfortable if you are passionate. Another tip is to make sure you are part of the community in which you are engaging in. So I know most every game hunter that there is on YouTube, and I have tried to become friends with these people, and not even friends, but also just like communicating on their videos. Like I'm on their videos, I'm talking to everybody. I want to be a part of the community, not just trying to make videos to make my channel bigger or make my channel grow. I want to make sure that I am genuinely making relationships and friendships within the community. So I don't know what that is for you. I don't know if it's gaming or if it's makeup videos or if it's travel vlogs. I don't know what it is, but I would try to befriend people that are in that community already. Learn from them, ask questions. When I first got plugged into the community, I was asking everybody, hey, I would love your feedback on my video. I would love to know kind of how you started. I would love to know how to make my videos better. It is so important to basically network with people in the community for your channel to grow. The next tip is to make sure that you are consistent. Now, for the past year and a half, I have made a video every single Monday and Thursday, and they have all released at 5:30 US Central Time. For the past year and a half, I have not missed a week, because people view YouTube nowadays as their entertainment. Like, I don't even watch TV. I haven't had a show on, you know, whatever channel in forever. I watch YouTube. I watch my buddies, you know, YouTube channels. And that's how so many other people kind of view YouTube. They're waiting for this person's video to come out every single week. I know Pixel Game Squad's video every single week comes out on Thursday, and I am ready to watch. I'm ready to watch their video. The YouTube algorithm machine is a beast, and it knows if you are consistent with your content, it is going to reward you for that. So am I saying you can't grow if you don't, you know, have a scheduled time every single week? I'm not saying that. Sometimes the algorithm just shows people love because it shows people love, right? And that video is maybe just a killer video, and that one video can set your YouTube career up for the rest of your life. That happens, right? But I think consistency is the name of the game. I do the same time, the same day, every single week, and that is really whenever I started to see the channel kind of gain some traction and grow legs, was whenever I was super consistent. And then along the same lines as being consistent, I think your content needs to be pretty consistent. I've seen channels before where, you know, they're talking about video games, and then the next, you know, video is their vacation, and then the next video is talking about movie facts, and then the next channel or the next video is them talking about what lawnmower that they're gonna buy. I don't know how well some of those channels do unless you just have like a crazy personality and everybody just wants to tune in because you're just so crazy and engaging. But I think there needs to be some correlation to all of your content. Like, now I started to do just mainly games, but I really love the toys that I grew up with too. But I try to mesh those things together so I don't lose a lot of the gaming audience, or I don't kind of like just solely target like the toy audience. I really do try to bridge those gaps together, but I do think consistency even in your content creation is super important as well. And then the last tip I want to give y'all that I think is probably the most important is to add value to the end user. So what I mean by that is everybody watches something for themselves, all right? They do. Like, they watch it because they gain something from it. There's an old sales saying, it's called a whiff 'em. What's in it for me? Everybody is on the hunt for something for themselves. So I believe that there's two reasons why people watch YouTube videos. Number one, it's to be educated. Like, they are being educated about something. They are gaining knowledge about something, whether it's reselling and they want to know what items to resell, what things are worth money, or how-to videos, right? YouTube is littered with how-to videos. So A, they are either being educated, or B, they are being entertained, right? We just talked about that a little while ago. They are watching for some kind of entertainment value. Now, I think the best channels out there do both of those things simultaneously, okay? They are adding value to your life because they are educating you, and then also they are entertaining you. I think of some of the people that I watch that I think do these very well is a channel called MC Murr. I've talked about him before. He's a game hunter, but he's showing you kind of what he's reselling, what things he's flipping to add to his collection, and he is hysterical, right? MC Murr, another guy that kind of like started all this for me was Rain Bean. He's hilarious. His personality is amazing. He has the gift of gab, but he's also hunting and showing you how to basically flip items. So I think those are two good examples of people that in my realm, in my world, do those things very well. But think about that for you in your world. You know, how can you engage people, and then how can you also educate people and entertain people all at the same time, I think is super, super important. I talk to people all the time that I'm trying to help them build their channel, and I'll give you an example. In our community, a lot of people do pickup videos. Now, am I saying pickup videos can never gain any traction? I'm not saying that, but very, very rarely will they. I kind of view pickup videos as you see somebody in the Target parking lot, and imagine that person flagging you down, being like, hey man, I just wanted to show you what I just bought from Target. Be like, okay, cool man, see ya. And then they walk away. Like, why are you showing me what you're buying? Unless you are educating people, maybe you are super knowledgeable about games and you are like telling them the backstory about that game, or maybe you got a great deal on that game and you're trying to educate everybody on how they can also get that deal. But to just sit in front of the camera and talk about your video game pickups, I don't know how well your videos are going to be. So there has to be some kind of element, again, on how you're adding value to the end user. How are you adding value to that person? So I think that is such an important thing to think through whenever you're making videos. So those are just some of the tips and encouragement that I wanted to give you guys if you are thinking about making or starting to make YouTube videos. You can do it. Like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You can use your phone. You can use the resources that you have in front of you. You just have to make sure, again, you know, you are thinking through how to add value into people's lives as they're watching it. You got to be passionate and you need to be consistent. I think those are some of the biggest tips I would give anybody if they were trying to start a YouTube channel. And again, thank you. Thank you guys so much for the help and for the support and the love towards the YouTube channel. I cannot thank you guys enough. This is all from you guys. This is all about you guys. Thank you so much. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe we're here and that it happened. But yeah, again, a very different video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some value, some value out of the video. And I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for the love and just all the encouragement through the past 3 years. You guys are amazing. And until next time, peace.